there, and welcome back to Japan and to our Scandal weekend here at the Backer Broadcast, where I am checking out Stamp by Scandal. Reaction and review as always, and as always, I'm about to give you the review. If you want to see the reaction that I just did, pause this video, click the little link in the description below. It'll open up a separate little YouTube video player so you can check out the initial reaction I did in case you haven't heard the song before, or if you just want to see how I reacted when I first heard it. Because I'm about to give you the review now. You ready? Don't say I didn't warn you. Here we go. All right, so this one I really liked, and it gave me some vibes of various songs. I mean, again, it was one of those ones that comes in with, well, as the name would suggest, a bit of a stamp, maybe a bit of a stomp, you might even want to say. Very much sort of 1, 2, 1, 2, you know, kind of We Will Rock You vibe, but we've heard this in many songs. That's just kind of the one that everyone sort of goes back to as a reference. It actually reminded me of a couple of things. Kind of in a way, Weezer, I am going to say Beverly Hills by Weezer. It had that vibe to me. Also a little bit of Wheatus with Teenage Dirtbag. You know, these are songs that I know a lot of people maybe sort of rile if they hear those used as references, but they're not really bad references. I got nothing against either of those songs, especially Teenage Dirtbag. I think that's actually a really good song. It seemed to be borrowing from that kind of vibe, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. However, I think that this song stands to maybe have some of the benefits and losses that those songs had. So I will bring those references back a little bit later on in this review. However, let's start first of all with the positive, which is that it had a really good melody, which I really enjoyed. I loved the melody, which developed into a really good sort of call and answer style chorus, one that you can imagine people being just shouting along. I think this one must be fantastic live, and I think this is one where it would work live, it'd work karaoke, it'd work just sitting in your bedroom shouting it out. This is one of those ones where it's just infectious because, you know, it's an easy chorus that, like I say, is right on there, you know, 2-syllable, 1, 2, 1, 2. The voice in the chorus replicates the same sort of head-banging quality, or head-bobbing quality, whatever you want, that the guitar has in the verses. And like I say, the verse melody as well, really enjoyable and engaging, gets you all the way to where you need to be. So this song just has a lot of really good qualities that make it a real earworm, a real easy listen, really accessible, easily enjoyable, just something that you can't deny this works. This really, really works on every level. And then they do a great job of milking it at the end. They do what you always do with a great song when you've got a really good sort of vibe like this going, which is you milk that final chorus, add an extra little rhythmic melody at the end, layer it up with some extra vocal harmonies. Yeah, they just did it really nicely. Everything about this was done, I say this in a positive way, by the numbers, perfectly for making a catchy earworm type of song. So, where are the potential for negatives in this one? Well, again, this is where I bring back more than Teenage Dirtbag. This is where I have to bring back Beverly Hills by Weezer a bit. In that this is so infectiously, simply impactful. And again, nothing wrong with simple, okay? If you do, like I said, the good thing about this is no extra baggage. It's all the things you need, no extra weight. Everything in this works. Everything has, you know, the correct impact in the correct place. It's a very efficiently catchy song. But like with Beverly Hills, it can be one of those things where if you do that, then you can end up with a song that is, on replay value, can start to get annoying. I don't know, because at the moment this is just caught in my head and I find it really enjoyable, but I know just on a technical basis, this is one of those songs where if you listen to it too many times, it could become quite irritating, probably just down to the dum-dum, 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 sort of the 1, 2 off, 1, 2 off thing is going all the way through the song, and that could become a little bit like a constantly repeating, beating drum in the head. That's the sort of thing that could become quite irritating, especially considering the chorus melody directly echoes that. You know, the bit was most catchy is directly echoing that 1, 2 off, 1, 2 off. It could become like a throbbing irritant eventually. Now, I say this once again, I say this in light of the fact that I really love this. I think this is fantastic. I really enjoy this, and I already know that I'm definitely, once I finish doing these reviews for Scandal Weekend, I'm going to be coming back to listen to this one quite quickly because I just find it really infectiously enjoyable. But I know it's going to be one of those songs where you probably end up listening to it repeatedly and you just get to that point where you go, I like it, but now it's starting to become annoying. So I'd be really interested to know in the comments whether you guys agree on that assessment. And again, don't rile at my reference of using things like Beverly Hills by Weezer as a reference point. I actually like that song. I'm one of the few people who's willing to admit that I actually like that song. But like I said, I can see a similarity in the potential for good and bad. Where this one elevates itself above things like Beverly Hills and sort of nearer to Teenage Dirtbag is that this has nice little extra production elements that make it a little bit more intricate. I noticed the little scratching thing that was very much reminded me of how that was used in the beginning of Witness's Teenage Dirtbag. And, you know, so there was also the vocal layering. This was really nice. There was some really good use of the vocals. Like I say, on the main cool line of the chorus, having the vocals layered and, you know, sort of a bit thicker for the cool and answer effect. And then that final bit where it played out with a little bit of vocal layering as well. There's some great stuff in this. It was nicely mixed. All good stuff. The video, I've got to admit, I liked it in that it was summery, it was fun, it matched the mood. And, you know, it did sort of have a nice bit of attitude to it. It did that faded colour thing that sort of seemed to be really popular about 10 years ago. Was this thing where you do music videos with, you know, really colourful, but then you lower the contrast so everything looks a little bit faded and colourful at the same time. I think that has a very summery effect on a video. I'm not sure 100% if that's my thing. As you probably noticed by the way I present these videos, I like things a little bit high contrast. But anyway, yeah, so that was okay. I would probably, this is one of those songs where it had such a sort of thumping feel. In a way, I'd kind of like to have seen a performance element to it. So I'd like to have actually seen them playing a bit more in this song. But, you know, it was summery, it was fun, it matched the mood, even if it didn't necessarily match the impact of the song. I think the best bits were bits where they were walking along and singing to the camera. That was kind of nice, because there you kind of felt like musical. You could see them in with the music, enjoying moving to the music, even if they looked like they were recreating NWA's Straight Outta Compton. So it reminds me of that scene where they're all walking towards the camera in Straight Outta Compton. I was like, this is Scandal doing that, isn't it? So, yeah, good stuff. Really enjoyed it. Definitely will be coming back to listen to this one. I would say the only thing is, like I say, songs that are this catchy and this simple, it works against you eventually. After played 200, when you're convinced this is the song you're going to be listening to every day until you die, it will eventually get to that point where you'll go, I don't want to listen to this for a few months now. I think it's one of those. But tell me what you think. As always, interested to see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Scandal fans especially, who've probably been listening to this song for a good few years already and can tell me how well it dates. If you're not a Scandal fan, still getting there anyway, because I want to see the comments from everyone, all different perspectives. As always, music is subjective to opinion. Usual things as always. You can like, you can subscribe, you can get involved in more conversations about Japanese music, including a lot of Scandal, if you follow our Discord, link in the description below. As well, we've got links to our Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, all the social medias, to our merch page, and to our Patreon. Big thank you to our Patreon supporters for keeping this channel going. Thank you so much. You're the reason why I'm still here and we're doing this Scandal Weekend. And for now, thank you very much to you for getting through to the end of this video. A lot of waffle. And yeah, until I see you hopefully here in Japan soon for the next one, probably as part of Scandal Weekend. For now, ciao, ciao.